water is crystal clear blue all the way to the reef. Welcome to Frazetta Island, Puerto Rico. What a beautiful place. All right, everybody, it's the Comic Fan Man here, coming at you with another video. We are back from vacation, rested and ready to go. And we're gonna start off this next group of videos with this Frazetta Icon Collectibles Vampirella figure, 1/12 scale action figure. And I had no idea that Vampirella started off by Frank Frazetta. I always thought Vampirella was just a comic character, but no, she apparently Frank Frazetta painted her, and that was where she got her start. That's really cool. I really had no idea. I thought she was just a comic character, but no, she was a Frank Frazetta painting, very scantily clad. I think actually the Frank Frazetta painting of her, actually I think it was a nude. I think they just put the Vampirella tights on her. Let's open this up. This is that NECA flap. There we go. Beautiful photo. Vampirella, the figure herself. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Little Frank Frazetta quote here. I have a very personalized woman. You've seen my women. They kind of look alike. I've tried to escape from that, and I was never happy. But she has to have a certain look. Those eyes that I love. Frank Frazetta. Very cool. All right. Beautiful shot of her here. Beautiful shot of her in the back with the Frank Frazetta sketch in the negative there. Really cool. All right, let's open her up and see what we have in the box. Before we go into the figure, I just want to show this off here. This is another wonderful Frazetta painting that was in the packing for the figure, and I love this. I look forward to putting this out in the display. I think she looks absolutely stunning. I love it. Great, great job. I'm glad that they were able to reprint this, put it in the package. All right, and here she is out of the box with all of her accessories here. Vampirella. Yes, this is a really, really great offering here from Frazetta Girls. And she comes with so much stuff here. Let's take a look at her hands real quick. All of her hands are very delicate and tiny here. But look at that. They painted everything. They sculpted her nails, her lines beautifully, left and right. Both of these are just two right hands that you can switch out. This is kind of like casting spells. This one is also seems to be like casting spell hands. Very cool. And then she has two weapon holding hands, and currently I put on the weapons that came with the Princess Teegra figure. So we have here the dagger here and the sharp stick. So yeah, pretty cool that you can swap weapons. She herself did not come with weapons, but you can definitely put these on her from the Princess Teegra figure. And then she also comes with this little armband. Beautiful little detail there. I can't tell if it's this way or this way. Might be that way. Not exactly sure. But this will go around her arm. She comes with an extra hair sculpt here, shorter hair. And then two extra face sculpts here. One where she obviously just finished drinking her fill, and one where she's getting ready to attack. And both of them are done beautifully. They're the paint job, that digital printing that they do for the faces is amazing. Really great job with that. Then she comes with these 3 little bats here. There's 1, here's 2, and then this one's number 3 here. And they all got little curls on their feet, so they can probably be hooked on to areas, but we'll discover that as we go through this. And then there are 2 separate skulls here. One is a human skull, and look at the crazy detail that's on this. That is so beautiful. Yeah, they did a great job painting and sculpting this. And then there is this, which I'm guessing is like a vampire skull, maybe? I don't know. But beautiful. Again, very, very detailed and painted awesomely. Love that. And then it comes with this little tombstone scene here. All of these pieces are separate. You have to put it all together. But it's really great work. This reminds me of the Medieval Spawn 2 platform that he came with. And sometimes in the old vintage McFarlane toys, they used to come with platforms like these. But take a look at this. It has the Frazetta Girls logo. It has 1 tombstone that says Frank Frazetta. Oh wow, and it has his it actually has his official dates, and so for Eleanor Frazetta as well. It also has her official dates. Really cool. And then it's got 3 little pegs here so that you can put Vampirella's feet on. But here, let's take a look at why you guys are here. Vampirella from Frank Frazetta. What a gorgeous, gorgeous figure. I think the folks at Frazetta Girls did an astonishing job on this figure. And Eamon O'Donoghue said that this is all original sculpting, even though it looks like the Princess Teegra figure.
I wasn't going to be the one to tell Frank that most people think that he does big asses on women.
But if you know about women's butts, you know there's muscle under that butt. That looks like it's got muscle under there. That's the kind of butt I want to see on a woman.
It is actually not. It is actually original sculpting. It's just that's the way Frazetta used to paint. His women used to be like, you know, very voluptuous, and you know, he used to, they were all in the same style. And that's a common trait for most artists, that once you start, once you find your style, you kind of stay in it. And that's kind of the style that just defines who you are. And Frank Frazetta was the legendary king of fantasy painting.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
For novels and movie posters and books covers, he was amazing. He was definitely one of my favorite artists of all time. And I really think Eamon O'Donoghue and the rest of the crew at Frazetta Girls here really do a fantastic job to bring Frazetta's artwork to life here in figure form. I really, really love it. And yeah, obviously Frazetta has the first few Frazetta Girl figures. He did Darkwolf from Fire and Ice, Princess Teegra from Fire and Ice, then he did the Northman not so long ago. But the next exciting one that's coming up is Conan. But yeah, in the meantime, you know, we got Vampirella here, and she is looking awesome. All right, here she is with a head swap, and then I swapped out the 2 weapon holding hands. And as you can see, very cool. I love that expression that they gave her. She looks very menacing there. And yeah, the fact that she can hold the Princess Teegra weapons, that's kind of a cool bonus because she doesn't have any weapons of her own. But I think Vampirella normally counts on magic anyway, so she wouldn't normally have weapons. But I think this is gorgeous. I think she looks wonderful here. All right, and here she is holding her bats. Very cool. I have the third one in the back here on the branch. Can't really see it, but he was on the back, and he does hold on to the branches here. So yeah, so you can position all of her stuff on there. I'll just leave them there for now. But yeah, as you can see, the little bat, excuse me, the little bat feet hold on to her fingers. Very cool. I love the way they put this together really, really nicely. All right, if you're a little bashful and want to cover up for a little bit, the robes from Princess Teegra does cover her. It fits perfectly over her as well, as it did Princess Teegra. And I also did another head swap here with the smiling bloody face. Yeah, she had her fill. I don't know whoever it was, but damn, that dude was lucky. Woohoo! She looks fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so I wanted to make it look like she's ready to pounce on you to attack again. And yeah, just so that you see, like, she stands perfectly, even without the peg stands from here. She stands really good, and she has high heels on. I mean, let's take a quick look at some of the detail again here. Again, this is the attacking face with the shorter hair. Just gives her more movability. Not much going back, obviously, because of the long hair. And let's take a look at some of the detail here. Look at this armband here. So it came with this armband on this side, and then it turns out it's swappable. And according to the painting, this is the armband that's supposed to be on this side. As you can see here, that's that armband there. But take a look, yeah. Looks really beautiful. I think they did such a good job making it look like the Frazetta painting. It's got this little gold band on her wrist here. Look at that. That is stunning. Her little gold button there for her collar. And her little gold bat in her area there. Obviously, that's very comic book accurate. And the boot has some nice little detail to it too. It's got a little sculpting there, some sculpting there with the lines. But yeah, they did such a great job. I mean, she has high heels and everything, but she can still stand without there being a problem. And they did the same type of joints that they did for Princess Teegra. But yeah, look at that. That is so cool. Like, you can put her in a bunch of different positions and she holds wonderfully. She can stand up beautifully. And yeah, it looks like they did a better job as far as getting this cut a little bit higher than the Princess Teegra one, so it looks a little bit more like a natural butt.
I can't believe it's so round. It's like out there. I mean,
but yeah, she looks wonderful. I really think they just did such a fantastic job sculpting her. She looks really, really amazing. And yeah, I look forward to putting her with the other figures, which we're gonna do now. All right, so first and foremost, here she is with her Frazetta sister here, Princess Teegra from Fire and Ice. I got the hat from Blade Master Wang on her. But yeah, you can see, like, even though the body shape obviously is very similar, the articulation points and all that, they're all in the same exact spot pretty much. But like, she's definitely, like, she is rounder. She's thicker on her thighs than Princess Teegra. She's got wider hips here. Princess Teegra's abdomen here and her abdomen are slightly different. Hers is a little more puffy. That's really sexy, I'm not gonna lie.
She ain't bad, bro. Nah, watch him out. Just a little thick. She ain't chubby, she juicy.
And yeah, and obviously the sculpting of the suit, you know, they didn't just copy it over. This Princess Teegra's swimsuit, and that's Vampirella's swimsuit. Looks really, really good. And side profile there, as you can see, they both got them cakes. And full backside shot. And
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
you can see Vampirella is definitely, she's sculpted wider, a little more thicker. I guess is the best way to put it.
She ain't bad, bro. Nah, watch him out. Just a little thick. She ain't chubby, she juicy.
But yeah, like you can see, like her joint there starts coming up really quick, whereas her joint now is a little bit more hidden, which is really cool. Princess Teegra hair was a shiny black. Hers is a matte black. And yeah, amazing, amazing, amazing. The faces are definitely Frank Frazetta faces, but you can definitely tell they are different people. But beautiful nonetheless. I love it. I think maybe might be just the arms that are reuse, but that's okay. And I will say that the flesh tone on Vampirella definitely looks much more natural than it does on Princess Teegra here. Both look beautiful, not taking nothing away from the Princess Teegra figure, but I think Vampirella's paint job looks much more natural. Stunning. I love it. And now here she is having to deal with a vampire hunter. And not just any vampire hunter. This is the Alucard from Diamond Select Toys. This is the Alucard from the Castlevania Netflix TV show that they did. And I did a little bit of extra here just to give him the cape and the little red sash there. But yeah, you can see, like, hey, she's trying to talk him out of trying to hunt her because she's got her own powers. And I think this would go really, really interesting either way because they are both powerful beings. But I think Vampirella might be able to be persuasive. I'm just saying. All right, and here we have Vampirella with a crossover with Medieval Spawn from the Medieval Spawn Kickstarter, McFarlane Toys. And yeah, I think they look really good together. I really, really enjoyed this Medieval Spawn. And as you can see, all of his detail and embellishments, everything works really, really well with this Vampirella. I think they go really good together. And here's Vampirella on her stand versus Medieval Spawn 2 on his stand. And yeah, as you can see, the stands work really, really well together. McFarlane Toys back in the day used to do a tremendous amount of work that now, you know, Frazetta Girls is doing on their stands. I love it. I think this looks amazing. These two can definitely sit together on the same shelf for sure. And here she is alongside my Kit Bash Darkwolf here from Mattel Masterverse and McFarlane Toys. This was the McFarlane Toys Fight the Frozen Batman head, and I modified it here to make him look like a Darkwolf. Yeah, Frazetta Girls did do a Darkwolf figure, and I didn't get him, but you know, it might be a figure that maybe down the line I might look into getting, but you know, I like my sword and sorcery figures to be mostly in the 7-inch scale. So I just felt he was kind of small to fit in my display for sword and sorcery. But you know, now that I've gotten, you know, a couple of these gals here, it might be worth getting, just to put them up with them. But in the meantime, you know, I think this works well. She's proportionally, she works out really well with this figure. Oh, and she meets my Kit Bash Conan the Barbarian. And I made this Conan from the Fight the Frozen Batman body and the Vicron head from Massiverse. Yeah, I think they made up, the combination of those two figures made a perfect Conan the Barbarian. And yeah, it looks like Vampirella is trying to make him an offer to accept her quest. And yeah, I think it sizes up really well together. Again, the McFarlane Toys Batman is in the 7-inch scale. She's more along the line the 6-inch scale, but she's, you know, they're on the bigger size of the 6-inch scale. So the sizing is not like so absurdly like off. So I think this looks actually really good. And I know that the Frazetta girls are also working on a Conan the Barbarian, and he looks fantastic. And yes, I did put in an order for that Conan because I definitely, of all the Conan action figures I have seen so far, that Conan looks absolutely amazing. And I look forward to having him. I know he's going to be smaller than my 7-inch figures, but man, I could not pass up on that figure. He looks absolutely astonishing. But for right now, this has been my Conan on my shelf for like the last couple of years. And yeah, he still works. He's still perfectly fine. And I think they would work well together here. You know, having Vampirella have him go on a quest of some kind. I think this looks absolutely amazing. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this look at the Frazetta Girls Icons Vampirella figure here. And yes, again, I had no idea that Vampirella was actually a Frazetta, based on a Frazetta painting. I always thought Vampirella was just a comic book character. So that was really nice. And the fact that the figure comes with all of this stuff here really just makes for a great package for this figure. And I think it's great value. I will say I did not get the Darkwolf or the Northman, but I will say I did not get them yet. I might get them down the line. I just like to stick within the 7-inch scale. However, the Princess Teegra and this Vampirella I could not pass up. And man, I am super excited for the Conan. I definitely put in an order for that Conan because that Conan looks exactly like a Frazetta painting. And I could not be happier. I cannot wait to have that one in hand because he looks absolutely amazing. I hope you enjoyed this look at Vampirella, and if you feel that I've earned it, please give me a like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye now.